Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill. Today we are going to play with a TS-60. I have played with this tank quite a lot recently, and I know some folks are not fully aware of how this tank is looking like, and you are considering maybe this tank is worth to pick up from the Battle Pass tokens. No, it's not. The tank isn't ideal, the tank isn't perfect, the tank isn't amazing, to be fair with you. Even today I played with this vehicle for 10 games, 3.1 thousand damage, 300 assisting damage. This is not a bad session. Let's see what we can do and let's see how we can play with it, right? Also, today's video format is going to be a bit different. We are going to play two games live, and I will show one best game to showcase how the tank can look like whenever all stars are aligned. If you are wondering how the tanks are rated, remember index page here is here for you. Also, you can see community votes. You can vote yourself, log in via our gaming API, and you can give your vote in this way. Plus, on top of that, we have almost 200,000 ratings, which is absolutely insane number. Thank you very much for being part of this. Now, the armor overall is far away from being ideal. Keep this in mind. You can check it out, especially if you're clicking look at me. You can see how you can side scrap perfectly with a tank, right? So hopefully that will work for you. Looking into the lower plate of this tank, 175 millimeters of the armor is far away from being ideal. Anyways, let's have some fun and let's enjoy this tank. So this tank is a hybrid between the heavy tank and tank destroyer. I know it sounds very weird and very confusing, but it is. For a sniping, this tank isn't good, okay? The gun handling of this vehicle is absolutely pile of kaku. But for playing hold down against the lower tier tanks, this can work very well. Plus, on top of that, it has decent DPM. Actually, you can do quite a bit of the bad things for the enemies, but once again, the tank is overall weird. Just simply weird. Can you describe tank as a weird? I believe you definitely can. Meanwhile, luckily for us, we are finding 430. 430 isn't the most accurate tank in the world of tanks, so we can simply try to punish him for his stupidity and for his mistakes. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Meanwhile, we have a Mr. Mouse who is just pushing in front like there is no tomorrow. Crazy mother trucker, if you would ask me. Truly, that is inspiration, fellas. This mouse is going in front like there is no tomorrow. Absolutely nuts. I would understand if he has a mission to do the bouncing damage or something, but I really doubt it is the case. While mouse is distracting enemy forces, we are just going to penetrate them once or twice. If obviously we can hit where we are aiming to. And like I said before, do not expect too much from this gun handling, because it is just simply not that great of the gun. Speaking about this tank, it just simply isn't. And I really want to highlight this. Not the best gun handling wise. Speaking about what this tank is good at, we can try to punish enemy forces like this by trying to side scrap and by hoping that enemies are not going to hit into our shoulder, right? Because shoulder is definitely a weak point of this tank. And hopefully we will be able to punish enemies left, right, and center. I know it sounds like, and it looks like a bit of the pussy gameplay, right? What we are doing here, because we are not getting involved to the maximum, but there is a reason why we are not getting involved to the maximum, fellas. This mouse, he's just too aggressive. Yes, you can be too aggressive in the world of tanks, you can make too much pressure, and after that there is no way that you are going to escape, right? And this is exactly how it looks like, and this is exactly how it feels like. Speaking about the bad things, cupola of this tank is pretty big, so not a big surprise that enemies can penetrate our cupola. We are trying to aim for a lower plate. Luckily we hit that. That's good. Let's keep it up and let's try to keep punishing enemies for their stupidity. Skill, do you realize that you are spamming gold? Absolutely yes. We are fighting in the heavy line. Hell yes, I'm going to spam gold. Absolutely. Without a question, without a doubt in my mind, we are going to go full gold on. By the way, as you can see, the guy penetrated me not even into cupola. He penetrated me literally in the frontal mantlet, or literally near the frontal mantlet. We need to keep this in mind as well, right? Very weird tank overall. All in all, extremely weird tank. A hybrid between the tank destroyer and between the heavy tank. With a very weird gun handling. And when I say weird gun handling, I truly mean it. I would love to say that gun handling would be a bit better from this vehicle wise, but it's just simply not the case. And that's okay. The gun handling isn't a selling point of this tank. Now, all we need to do, we need to chill out and we need to wait until enemies will make something stupid. We want them to make a mistake. We want them to say, oh, so in a way I can be aggressive. And whenever they will be aggressive, we are saying, haha. That's all we need. That's all we need for a full happiness. Okay. We have Arta that is aiming here, and this Arta will definitely try to punish enemies for their stupidity. Luckily, we have Progetto going through the middle of the field. It's okay. We can definitely try to punish him. Meanwhile, Leo is going through the open field as well. That's good. Now we know that our angle here isn't very safe, and it is definitely compromised. That being said, we need to keep this in mind whenever we are going to relocate, because we are going to relocate in a different side now. Now our relocation definitely changed to the different side. Okay, enemy Arta slapped us, not a big surprise, not the first time, not the last time. Oi, 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 oi. If only this tank would have a bit better gun handling. If only this tank would have a bit better gun handling. I don't think that this tank is unplayable, fellas. Don't get me wrong. I would never describe this vehicle as, oh, fellas, this is the biggest pile of Kaku ever existed in the world of tanks. No, it's not. It's average tank at best, at least in my humble opinion. I think this is an average tank at best, and this is as much as this tank is capable of doing. A lot of gold spam needed in order to make it work, and just avoid tanks like E3. Like E3 would be a plague. Literally. That's what we are doing in this type of situation. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love to see this Progetto sitting here. And soon we will figure this out, because our Vickers is trying to make a bit of pressure here, and soon we will figure out, can we see this gentleman sitting in this area or not so much. As you can see, we cannot see him. Maybe we can build a bit better angle over there, and yes, indeed, angle is tiny touch better. Luckily for us, our gun handling is treating us very well. We are slapping 50 DP. I'm loading high explosive ammunition because I can. And I am hoping to eliminate him from the game right now with high explosives. Good. Luckily, Arta did not do that much harm for us. We are okay. 4.4 thousand damage so far. It goes way better than I initially thought it would. Is it a problem scale? Kind of, yes. Because I don't think this tank is good. But you are playing good. I know, fellas, that's great. I had quite a bit of the warming up. I have streaming today, so now it is like middle of the night. My brain is very calm, and I am ready to have some fun, and I'm ready to make this tank work, right? That's beautiful. Also, very important thing, fellas. If you are using index page, please do me a favor and disable ad block. That would be very much appreciated. That supports index page and supports me in the same time. And trust me, we are just starting with it. There is plenty of the projects that is coming. For example, skill mod pack. I am zipping it. You won't know anything more, but it will be released the next year, right? So, job is in progress. We are getting there. We are getting there, fellas. Do I want to make pressure? More I think about it, more I want to get involved. More I think about it, more I want to get involved, fellas. Is it an ass of his? No, it's lower plate. This gun handling, holy shit, fellas. This gun handling is something else, I am telling you. I'm not making this stuff off. I am not trying to shit talk the tank for no reason. If I am saying bad about the tank, it is definitely the case, and there is something bad to say. And once again, speaking about this vehicle, where the gun goes, the gun is far away from being ideal, and the gun is far away from being reliable. Even though in this session we are slapping this tank, like properly. We are making this tank work so far. That's good. I will get spoiled, fellas, and I will say next game is 3000, and I will say, oh, what a bad game. What a bad game, right? This is what we are going to say after this type of start. Anyways, Concept 5 is only one survivor of this game. Let's see, can we have a decent enough angle to punish him? We are taking our time to aim, and we are eliminating him from the game. Beautiful game. And we are back, fellas, with a solid ace wanker, which is very, very, very nice. High caliber, 5.5 thousand damage, 800 assisting damage, 3 kills. Very beautiful performance overall, and we got 43,000 minus, considering that I was spamming full gold. Not a big surprise, not the first thing, not the last thing, right? You are very, very well aware of that. Okay, let's go for one more game, and after that you will see very good game with this tank. Skill, is it going to be better than a previous game? Yes, it will be better than a previous game. Okay, round number 2, Malinovka standard battle. What are we going to do? We are going to go on top of the hill, because keep this in mind, this tank is a soul tank destroyer, and if we can play well with this vehicle, right, keep this in mind. If we are playing properly hold down, it's not that simple to penetrate this vehicle. Unless someone is loading gold, then the situation is looking a bit different. But let's hope it's not going to be the case, and enemies will get annoyed by us. That's what we are looking for, and that's what we are aiming for. If you are wondering where we are accessing the 3D model, just check out the index page. Google Skillful 2 index, or alternatively, check out the description down below. Find the tank which you are looking for, and you will find the information in this way. Do I want to be involved? 3 medium tanks. We have Char Futur, not the greatest armor. Leopard Patan, not the greatest armor. IS-4, Object 140 is so-so. We have the E75 going with us, and me. Where the armor goes, fellas? Yeah. That is not the best armor, fellas. I can tell you that much. That isn't the best armor, but you know what? This is the best sniper schnitzel, right? Will you look at that? We actually managed to hit the shot this way. That's good. I am feeling flabbergasted, and I feel very, very, very good with all of this. Let's keep pushing on top of the hill, and we can clearly see that our team is dominating the hill at this point. Skill, what's supposed to mean dominating the hill? Well, that's supposed... Oh, gold on. Let's try to penetrate his cheek. Beautiful shot. I am very, very lucky with the gun handling at the moment. I needed to talk. Couldn't I just simply zip it? Couldn't I just simply zip it, fellas? Sometimes... fellas, silence can say more than 1,000 words, if you know what I mean. Sometimes all I need to do for a full happiness is to shh and do the thing silently from the distance. Right? That's all we need to do for a full happiness. Good. We know that we know that Love is kind of doomed. We know that Vaka doesn't have the best time ever over there. We know that Blesk will try to go backwards, and we will try to punish him, which is very, very good. We know that for a next shot we should be able to load the high explosive ammunition and eliminate Vaka from the game. That would be very, very much appreciated. It is not the best angle for me, but it is not the finest angle for him either. So we are kind of playing the American roulette at this point. Am I going to hit, or am I going to miss? Miss. So far he is winning American roulette, fellas. So far he is definitely winning American roulette. Relax, take it easy, we are going to be fine. I am just simply trying to build a decent enough angle to eliminate this gentleman from the game. As a matter of fact, I can try to peek like this, just to see what do we have sitting over there. We have a very good light tank. Light tank is playing in extremely good position, so once again, it is unfortunate for the enemy tanks, right? He is going to keep spotting every and each mother trucker sitting in the base at the moment. That's what we want and that's what we are dreaming about. Unfortunately, this Vaka is still alive and this Vaka is the problem. We know that enemies has couple of the swipers sniping from the back, which is a bit annoying, but it's okay. If our E75 is going to be committed, if he is going to say, yep, it's about the time to go for me, he is going to get destroyed by this Grille. And I can tell you that it is not the best and not the finest decision to go. It is not the best and not the finest decision to go here, I can tell you that much. Meanwhile, Leopard is sniping from the back. I don't really mind about the Leopard. Ooh, Love, how are you doing this fine day? We are trying to punish the Love. Luckily we did that. Both of the tanks fired, so we are going to get involved right here. I'm not giving up. I am just making a hardcore pressure. And now we are sitting in a very, very nice position and very, very nice angle. Now, you may think, Skill, what you are planning to do now? Now I am planning to eliminate this Vaka from this game. How am I going to do this? I am going to take a bit different angle here and I am going to go straight like so, right? We are going to be completely alright, and all we need to do, we need to aim our shot properly and we need to make sure that he's eliminated. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, we know that enemies are sniping from this position. You are very, very well aware of that. I am very well aware of that. And luckily for us, we have ELC who is saying ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, and he's making pressure. This is exactly what we are looking for. Now, if I would be this Grille, I would shit my pants. I can guarantee you that. At this point, I would shit my pants, fellas. This is very, very bad for this gentleman. Now our ELC is saying ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, and he's just making pressure, and look at this beauty, fellas. This is a practice shooting for our team. This is the difference between the good light tank and between not so great light tank. Unfortunately for enemy team, they had double Blesk, and let's get real, Blesk is far away from being ideal light tank, right? So yeah, unfortunate fate for this gentleman. Beautiful, another shot. We are achieving our first mark of excellence, which is very much appreciated. That's very, very good. And now all we need to do, we need to try to get a bit involved. Now, I am sorry for this session, fellas, because this session feels like it's better than it should have been, and this session feels definitely better than this tank deserves, okay? I really want to highlight this. It wasn't what I was looking for. I was hoping that we are going to have some worse games while playing with this vehicle, and I thought that we are going to get destroyed, okay? Not gonna lie. I thought that we are going to perform significantly worse than we did. Am I going to cry over this? Absolutely not, fellas. I mean, I salute every and each good game. But sometimes, you know, this is not what I want to show. And now I played with this tank very, very well. Although I warmed up properly, for the last couple of days I was, you know, gently touching TS-60, and I was trying to figure out how the tank is looking like. And now we just simply killed with this tank. We made this work, and this is how this tank is performing whenever all stars are aligned. Which is, once again, not what I was looking for today, but that's what we have. No complaints, no regrets. Meanwhile, we have 4,100 damage, 200 assisting damage, second class, first mark of excellence, Confederate medal. Beautiful, definitely kudos for our ELC. He played very, very, very well. He did a very good job. I thought, by the way, looking into the name, I thought he's Subaru driver in Lithuania, but apparently that was an anonymized name. Oh well. What can you say? Not much, right? We lost 28,000 credits because, once again, of us spamming gold. That is very, very understandable. And after 2 games, our session is 4,800 average damage, 500 assisting damage. This is insane. Now, Where we are going to teleport to last game, which was the best game of me playing with this tank so far, and it definitely surprised me, and I made this tank work to the best of my abilities. So the last game is going to be the best from what you have seen. So we are done with the live part, and now we are teleporting straight up with the best game. Thank you very much. I hope you are enjoying the content. I hope you are having a blast. And obviously, if you do, remember, feel free to subscribe and feel free to like the video. That helps a ton. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And let's teleport to the last game, shall we? Let's go. Hopefully you understand what I mean. In this game we are playing very, very well. We're doing a good job here. How did he penetrate 283 side? Check out the index page, find the tank, and check out 3D models. It is a weak spot of that tank. There is a small triangle in the both sides, it is a weak spot. It is a weak spot, my man. Need to check that, no problem, my man, no problem. Just went onto your index and I saw you rated it E130 bad, but community has 2 stars different in views. May want to update your view anytime soon now. That tank is a piece of fucking shit. Everyone has a different understandings, right? And I get it, and I'm trying to adapt my view even if I do not like the tank, right? But let me guess, there is like 20 votes for that tank. 20 votes for that tank. 20 compared to gazillion of the people isn't that much, if you know what I mean, right? That's the first thing which I want to highlight. The second thing is that tank is extremely inaccurate. There is a bigger chance that you can hit your own dick from the other city than you can hit with that tank. It's very, 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 very disgusting. Doesn't matter. We didn't even scratch them. No. I tried to help him. Sorry. I tried to help this guy. I truly did. This could be very first ace wanker. That would be very much appreciated. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This could be a very first ace wanker with this tank. Beautiful. It was perfect, honestly. The play over there was so bloody nice. I am very, very, very pumped about that. That was good. That was properly good. I'm happy about it, honestly. That was real nice. Other than that, there is nothing much to highlight, right? DPM did wonders over there. Is this tank mediocre? I think this tank is, in the best case scenario, average. Best case. It is very unique. It is very unique as a tank as well, right? It is not your typical tank. It is not your typical tank, my man.
Oh, yeah.
And I would say average is very, 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 very kind for this tank. Skill, would you rather play Baza 58? I cannot remember Baza 58. I need to play in order to remember this tank. There are some tanks that I can't remember. Kadare, thank you very much for 3 years. I appreciate you. 3 years. Thank you, my man. Thank you very much. When did you start realizing you are becoming better player? Probably 5 to 10,000 battles in. Whenever I noticed that I suck, I started paying significantly more attention into the game. Let's say like that. What is the chance he's sitting right there? I remember there was a point whenever I was like sub 50% win ratio player, right? And I thought, okay, I need to do something about it. And I started playing. I started paying attention at the mistakes that I am making, right? Skill, what are you doing? Listen. I want to make this crew sick. I want to make this crew sick, fellas. That's all I want to do, you know? Were you a gold spammer? No. When I started playing the game, gold was for gold. Actually for gold. So, no.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Can you imagine this botchet, fellas? Can you imagine this botchet? This botchet was looking at me, dancing here all the time. This botchet was sitting in the bush and he was like... He was definitely spotting me. He was like, what the actual fuck this guy is doing with his life? And he's like, egg tuna, either I had too much of the vodka or he had too much of the vodka. And I'm not entirely sure who did that. You know? First ace wanker. Beautiful, very, very nice game. Very, very nice game. We did the stuff properly here. That's very good. So what do we have? Solid ace, steel wall, high caliber. I am super happy about this. 7.1 thousand damage, 1.2 thousand assisting damage, 4 kills, 1.6 base experience, which is very, 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 very good. And we got 3,000 minus. Although I really want to highlight that the tank isn't as good as it may look like in this game.